Dodgers, Blue Jays, World Series, Game 5, tied at 2. Let's see what's going to happen here. Snyder, Guerrero, Kirk, Varsho, Clement. The first 6 of the Blue Jays, then Barger, Falifa, and Jimenez to end it 7-8-9 for the Blue Jays in this lineup. Starting pitcher for the Dodgers, Blake Snell, trying to rebound from a better, I want to say, World Series Game 1 performance. 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. Yeah, it wasn't a great outing in that one. From what I remember, he had a tough first inning. He got like the first couple outs and then just struggled with his control the rest of the way. So hopefully he can get a long start for the Dodgers. You got to think that both bullpens are kind of used up from last night or a couple nights ago's 18-inning game. Pitchers rested up, so it's possible that they're going to need these starters to go deep in games. Snell just finishing up his warm-up pitches. Now Snyder to the dish. Right-handed hitter. George Springer out of the lineup tonight. Here's Snyder. Stands in. About 5'10", right-handed. Takes the... Swings and drives one to left! Deep! Going back at the track! Gone! First pitch of the game! Gone by Snyder! And 1-0 Blue Jays as they lead. Snell throws a fastball, gets eaten up by Snyder, and he jumps on the first pitch. Delivers a solo home run to left. 1-0 Blue Jays. Wow. That's how you take control of a series right there. First pitch swinging from Snyder. Springer out of this ball game, not leading off. They put Snyder in. That ball's running to the inner half. Snyder jumps all over it. About 94 right in on the hands. 1-0 Toronto. 0-1 count to Guerrero as he takes a fastball low. Good pitch right there from Snell. 0-1 count. Swing and drive to left, and he do it again. That one's gone. Guerrero smashes one to left. Let's go, baby. 2-0 Blue Jays as they take control of Game 5. Guerrero's 8th home run of this postseason. A solo job to left against Blake Snell, the lefty, trying to sneak a fastball in there. Guerrero wasn't having it. 394 to left. Basically the same pitch to Snyder. Just going to be real with you. A little two-seam fastball running back in on the hands. Comes right to the barrel for Guerrero. 2-0 Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Bo Bichette. Trying to go for the downs right there. Trying to make it back-to-back for the Blue Jays in Game 5 of the World Series. Here's 0-1 pitch from Snell. Swung on, driven down third baseline, but foul. Blue Jays all over Blake Snell early on. 5 pitches, 2 homers, 3 hard-hit balls. 0-2 pitch from Snell working out of the windup. Swings and fouls it. Bichette down the third baseline, hitting 364 in this World Series. Bichette led the league in hits, I want to say. It was either American League or the Major League in hits. Top 1, 2-0 Jays, 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, misses. Curveball. Snell, the lefty, had trouble with his control in Game 1. This time he's just leaving fat pitches over the middle of the plate. Blue Jays taking advantage of it early on. 1-2 pitch to Bichette, and he misses outside with the off-speed pitch, a changeup. He's got to get on top of that pitch. Kind of throwing it off to the side a little bit. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Bichette. Swing and a miss, a changeup. Did a better job that time, made the adjustment. And gets Bichette to chase that out of the strike zone. Now, that pitch actually looks like a strike early on, and then it's on a string, so it kind of stops to the eye, and you're out in front of it. And Bichette, one out in the top of the first, not before two home runs by the Blue Jays, as Kirk now stands to the dish, the right-hander, hitting 357 this World Series. First back-to-back home runs to start a World Series, and Kirk swings and fouls one off. Evens the count at 1-1 for Blake Snell. 11 pitches through the first inning. One out. Snell sets, delivers, swings up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Kirk. And the Blue Jays have a runner on first as they continue to deal damage to Blake Snell. And a lot of these pitches, that pitch right there was a hanging breaking ball. Not a lot of life or bait on that pitch. So Snell's going to work out of the stretch now. I don't think Kirk is a stolen base threat, and Varshaw's going to swing the second double play ball to Betts to short, back to Freeman at first. And did he beat it out? Yeah, no, he didn't. It's going to be 3 outs and bottom one, but not before 2 home runs by the Dodgers. Snyder to lead it off, and then Guerrero go back to back. 2-0 Blue Jays, bottom one. Must have came back and reviewed it. They're still hitting top one. Runner at first, 1-0 count. The runner's going to go. Smith's going to throw, and he's out. You might want to review this one again. So now we're out of the top of the first inning. I thought it was a double play ball. I thought Varsho grounded into one. They went back and reviewed it and said Varsho beat it out at first. And then he tried to steal second, and Will Smith threw him out. So now we for sure are going to the bottom of the first. Ohtani's going to lead it off. 2 home runs by the Blue Jays. Snyder to lead it off. And then Guerrero right after him. Both on 2-seam fastballs. So you got a 2-seam fastball, right? I just brought the ball out. That's basically a 2-seam fastball. And what it is on right-handers from a lefty, it runs back in on their hands. And he didn't do a good enough job getting it more inside. Kind of left it over the fat part of the plate, and Snyder and Guerrero got good barrel to it. They're reviewing it again right here to see if he got in here at second. Just to the eye, I thought he was safe, but that's why I haven't left yet. Yeah, but basically both home runs that Guerrero and Snyder hit were both on the same pitch. 2-seamers, about 94, 95, running back in on the hands. And he just didn't do a good enough job getting it inside. So Snell continuing to have issues on the mound in this World Series. Going to the bottom one. 4, 5, 6. Muncy, Hernandez, and Alex Call gets the start batting ninth. Saw him in extra innings a couple games ago. Ooh, they got to deal with Trey Savage. 4 starts this postseason, 2-1, 4.26 ERA. That splitter is nasty that he has. He's got a good slider, 4-seam fastball. Here's the first pitch to Ohtani, and he takes low, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. You see Savage pitched in single A, double A, triple A, and now the major leagues. Here's a second pitch to Ohtani, and he takes an off-speed pitch for a strike, a splitter. Kind of tied him up on the hands right there, fooled Ohtani. Evens the count at 1-1. Again, 2-0 Blue Jays, back-to-back home runs in the top of the first. Ohtani swings and misses. 1-2 count. Fooled again by an off-speed pitch. Trying to go for the downs right there, trying to make it 2-1. Savage pitching backwards, 1-2 count. Bottom one, no outs. Here's the pitch to Ohtani in the dirt, 2-2 count. Ohtani hitting 400 this World Series. Had a record the other night that I don't think we'll ever see again. 9 times he reached base in a World Series game. Unheard of stat that we will never see again. 2-2 count to Ohtani. Bottom one, your Savage pitch. Swings and fouls one off down the first baseline. Just got a piece of that. A lot of splitters to Ohtani. A lot of off-speed pitches. Not getting any fastballs in the zone. Savage sets. 2-2 pitch to Ohtani. Delivers. Swings. Bounces one right back to the pitcher, Savage. Bobbles it. Gathers it. Underhands it to Guerrero for out number 1. In the bottom of the first. Almost bounced off his glove right there, and he almost made an error, but gathered it and then underhanded it to Guerrero. Ohtani's down for out number 1 in the first. We're just showing a stat right now how much Savage gets downhill when he pitches. Here's the first pitch to Will Smith, hit second in the lineup tonight. Hit fourth the other night when I did the game. 0-1 count to him. He takes a fastball on the outside corner, 95 miles an hour. Savage starting him off 0-1. Here's the pitch to Will Smith. Swings and drives one to left! Will Smith! Oh no, didn't get enough of it. Fooled me. Thought he got it. Wasn't even close to a home run. I swear, look, that one looked exactly like Snyder's. He must have been at least 30 feet away from the warning track right there. Kind of got juiced a little bit. You just saw 2 exact balls hit to left field. And that ball was exactly the same. He just got underneath of it. Here's Betts now, 2 outs, bottom 1. Takes a fastball down low. I was watching Vasgersian, some of his highlights, and there was one he got fooled on. It was like an infield fly. He thought it was a homer. Swings and misses Mookie Betts. 0-2 count. 2 outs, bottom 1. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Betts. Swings and misses for out number 3, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom first as the Blue Jays are coming up in the top of the second, up 2-0. Here's Snell's first pitch to Clement, and he fouls it off first base side. Snell's got to live on the outside corner. As soon as he comes over the middle half of the plate, inside, they're carving him up. Now, ground ball to Betts on a changeup on the outside corner for out number 1. It's exactly what I'm talking about. He's got to live on the outside corner. He's got to paint. He's got to have that ball running back to on the outside half. He's got to have the ball low and away. As soon as he comes inside to these guys, you're just pounding them. Snell, 17 pitches already through top 7. There you go, a base hit for Barger. And with 1 out in the top of the second, the Blue Jays have a runner on first. That one right there is a good pitch. It just had no actual, bite to it. It was in a good spot. That ball's got to, land way more outside, as a ball. He's throwing that pitch for a strike, and they're all over it. Khalifa takes a ball outside. So Barger on first. Khalifa went 1 for 52 in the World Series. Snell sets, delivers, swing and a miss, a changeup. Good pitch right there. See, he started that on the bottom outside corner. Then it ended up being a ball, but it looked like it was going to be a strike early on. So he's got to continue to do things like that, even with the fastball. 1-1 count. Snell sets at Barger on first. Delivers. Misses. Changeup outside. So we got a 2-1 count to Khalifa. 1 out. Top second. 24 multi-run innings for the Blue Jays this postseason as Khalifa takes a strike on the outside corner. Curveball. 2-2 count. Snell evens it back up. Good count to run on right here. Snell sets, delivers, swings, and fouls one off to right. And Hernandez is actually going to have a chance. He's under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Barger stays on first. Snell having a better top of the second here. Now I think with Jimenez you can kind of play around a little bit. I mean, if you wanna come inside to him, I think Snell could have some success to him. First pitch to Jimenez, he takes a curveball. Great pitch right there. First pitch from Snell. 0-1 count. 2-0 Blue Jays. Back-to-back home runs from Snyder and Guerrero in the first. Snell sets, delivers, swings and misses. 0-2 count. Blue Jays got a runner on for the second straight inning. A base hit by Barger with 1 out. Jimenez stands in. Snell sets, delivers, swings and misses. 97-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. And that ends it for the top of the second. The Dodgers are coming up. Savage's plan, he needs to continue to pitch backwards. He needs to continue to throw that splitter and counts and fastball counts. I think that's going to confuse the Dodgers. And as for Snell, he's got to stay away from the inside corner, inside pitches to right-handers. I think they're all over that fastball. He's got to live on the outside corner. He's got to have that two-seamer running back outside instead of coming back inside. So if he can make the adjustment, here's Freeman now. He takes a strike, 0-1. Takes another strike, a slider, continues to throw that off-speed pitch and fastball counts. So Savage gets a quick 0-2 on Freddie Freeman, the hero in Game 3 with the home run in the 18th, hitting .294 this World Series. Here's the 0-2 to Freeman. He swings and fouls one off right behind home plate. Yeah, so Savage, 14 pitches already. The Dodgers just got to keep shortening up, and he's going to keep throwing off-speed pitches, that slider and splitter, keep fouling it off, hopefully getting to that bullpen as he throws a splitter, misses 1-2 count. You got to think that was a wasted pitch right there from Savage. 2-0 Blue Jays, bottom second, 1-2 count to Freeman, swings and skies one to left. It's going to get out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2 count. Savage out of the windup, delivers. Ooh, and Freeman takes a slider. Thought it hit that inside corner. Freeman spit on it. It evens up at 2-2. bottom second. Savage out of the windup, delivers. Freeman swings and skies one out of play. Good at bat from Freddie Freeman right here, getting into the pitch count. Freeman stands in. Savage with the pitch, swings and misses a splitter. Great pitch right there. He can't do anything with it. Just the deception that he has on it. And they just showed the view behind home plate. And that ball's running away from a left-handed hitter. And it's about 13 miles an hour difference from his fastball. There's just nothing the lefty can do with it unless you're trying to hit it to the other way and you're looking for that pitch. Here's Hernandez now, 1 out, bottom second, hitting .278 in this World Series. 1 home run, 1 RBI. Savage out of the windup, sets, delivers, and hits with a strike, a splitter on the outside corner. So it's a 1-0 count. Hernandez is probably thinking, I'm going to get a good pitch to hit right here. But Savage, that's his thing. He pitches backwards. Ooh, ties him up on the hands with the 4-seam fastball right there. 1-2 count. A check swing from Hernandez. You don't usually see him do that often. So Savage continuing to fool these Dodgers hitters. Just pitching backwards. And it's as simple as that. In fastball counts, he's throwing that splitter and slider for a strike. That's why he's being successful. 1-2 count. 1 out, bottom second. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. Hernandez goes down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Savage. I think this series is going 7. It's tied up at 2 right now. This game's important. It definitely is, but you just get the feeling that it's going to be going 7. So bottom second, 2 outs. Here's Edman now. Savage's pitch in the dirt. 4-seam fastball misses right there. That was one of his first misses, starting him 0-0 count, usually starting him off with a strike, and there's a foul ball. Edman out in front of a slider right there. Fouls it off 3rd baseline, so 1-1 count to him. Again, Savage was in single A in April, and now in late October, he's pitching in the World Series. How crazy is that? There was a 4-seam fastball to Edman, and he fouls it off. So 1-2 count to him, hitting 167 in this World Series. 2 outs, bottom second. Here's the pitch to Edman. Swings and misses, a splitter. And that'll do it for the Dodgers in the second. As we go to the top of the 3rd, as the Blue Jays are coming up 2-0. So here's the game plan for Snell. To Snyder here. As Snyder's going to lead off the top of the 3rd. He's got to stay away from him. And the first pitch is high and outside, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 4-seamer. Now you got to make the adjustment, arm angle, get that ball down to the bottom outside corner, and he misses with a changeup in that area. Now you got a 2-0 count. If you're going to challenge him, do it on that outside corner. 2-0 pitch to Snyder. Oh, good pitch right there. A curveball on a 2-0 count. I don't think Snyder was expecting him to do that. Yeah, I got to do what Savage is doing, just pitching backwards. So you got a 2-1 count right here. I think a good pitch, and he misses with an outside four-seam fastball. It's going to be a 3-1 count. I would have thought he would have went with that curveball again, but he might have spiked it in the dirt. Maybe got Snyder to chase. Snell doesn't want to walk the leadoff guy. 3-1 pitch to Snyder. Takes a strike, a changeup, outside and high. Good pitch right there from Snell. So we got a full count, top three. Snyder homered his first at bat. Here's the pitch to him. Swings and misses, four-seam fastball right down the middle. Good job of pitching by Snell. He's pitching backwards that whole at bat, and I guarantee you 3-2, he's thinking changeup. He's probably going to pitch backwards again, and then Snell blows him away with that 97-mile-an-hour fastball right there. So good job by him to get out number one in the top of the third. 32 pitches for Snell. And Guerrero takes a fastball high, 97 miles an hour. 1-0 count to him. He also homered in the top of the first. Same pitch to Snyder, that inside pitch. Swings and misses at a changeup. Evens the count at 1-1. Outside corner. In a place Guerrero cannot launch that. He's got to stay right there. 1-1 count to Guerrero, and he misses in the dirt with a curveball. Spiked that one. Guerrero, other than Ohtani, probably the hottest hitter on the planet, and he takes a slider inside. It's going to be a 3-1 count. Snell's going to have to battle back like he did with Snyder. Got a 3-1 count to Guerrero. Can he pitch backwards right here and get to a full count? Here's the pitch. And Guerrero takes a low for a curveball. And it's going to be a runner on first with 1 out in the top of the third. So a base runner every inning so far for the Blue Jays against Blake Snell, who gave up 5 earned runs in 5 innings in Game 1. Gave up 2 solo home runs in the first, and Guerrero now on first with 1 out. Here's Bichette, 0 for 1, and he grounds to Betts, double play ball, and a bad throw to Edman, and he's not going to be able to make the play to first. So a big play right there, an error from Mookie Betts as he throws away from Edman, and he's got to take his foot off the bag. They get the out at second, though. That's huge right there. So Edman falls down because he's got to actually dive for this ball. This ball is going to go into right field if he doesn't dive for that. But he does a good job of keeping his foot on the bag. So runner at first, 2 outs, and Kirk swings and misses at a curveball. 84 miles an hour, 39 pitches for Blake Snell. Through 2 1/3. We got a 0-1 count to Alejandro Kirk. Hitting 400 this World Series. Snell takes a look at first, sets, delivers, swings and fouls one off third base side. 0-2 count to Kirk. I don't think, but Bichette's not really a stolen base threat. So I don't think Snell needs to really worry about him. He can focus on Kirk, who's a good hitter, got a base knock, his first at bat. 0-2 pitch to Kirk, misses upstairs with a fastball, 97 miles an hour. 1-2 count to Alejandro Kirk. Bo Bichette on first. Fielder's choice, air, Mookie Betts, whatever you want to call it. 1-2 count to Kirk. Swings and misses, but Will Smith didn't catch the ball. So the at-bat's going to continue. Smith would have caught that. That would have been out number 3 and a strikeout for Snell. Ball's moving back to the inside corner. That's a tough pitch to catch for a lefty. The ball's always moving. Bo Bichette on first. Snell sets. Kirk at the dish. Here's the pitch. And he spikes it. Bichette stays at first and doesn't go. He had a chance. If you would have got a good secondary lead right there and actually saw that ball was in front of big Alejandro Kirk, who's probably like 250 pounds, but he's just wide. So Smith's got to get around him to get the ball. Bichette should be on second right now. 2-2 count. 2 outs, top 3 here, Snell. And Kirk spoils a slider. Good pitch from Snell right there. You got to think Kirk right now, just shortening up, not trying to do too much with this ball. Not trying to do too much with this at bat. He's trying to hit the ball to that right side. 2-2. Snell sets. Delivers. Swings and misses at a curveball in the dirt right there. They're going to tag out Kirk. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Dodgers coming up, bottom 2, down 2-0. E. Savage out of the windup. Bottom 3, 2-2 count. Misses outside with the splitter. Muncy hitting 176 this World Series. Savage with 32 pitches through 2 innings. We're in the bottom third. Full count to Muncy. Savage sets, deals, and ring him up. Strike 3. Muncy down on strikes. May I help you? Nope, just looking. Muncy goes down, 1 out, bottom third. Slider right there. Caught the bottom part of the strike zone. That was a strike, definitely. Hitter's not going to like that, but it caught that bottom part of the strike zone. Bottom 3, 1 out. Swing and a miss from Kike Hernandez, hitting 188. Takes a slider right there. 5 straight strikeouts is the most by a rookie starter in a World Series game. Wow. E. Savage working out of the windup, sets, delivers, misses with a slider right there. Tried that same spot where he got the swing and miss. Hernandez, good adjustment right there. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Spikes that splitter right there. So 2-1 count to Hernandez. Kind of the do-it-all player for the Dodgers. A fan favorite, Kike Hernandez. Trying to get the Dodgers on the board, down 2-0. Bottom 3, 1 out. Here's Savage, 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swing and a drive to the left. That ball's gone, no doubter. Hernandez puts the Dodgers on the board, 2-1. Bottom 3. First miss right there from Savage. That ball is high and upstairs, right in the wheelhouse for Hernandez. He didn't miss. Fastball. Just straight. See. Oh, actually, you know what? It might have been a 2-seamer just running back to the inside. Almost like that same type of pitch to the right-hander Snyder and Guerrero that Snell threw. So 2-1 Toronto as Hernandez homers to left. So we've had 3 home runs to left in this game. I'm 3 for 4 on home run calls. I got fooled by the Will Smith one. I thought that was a homer. And Call takes a strike. It's going to be a 1-1 count. 95 miles an hour, a 4-seam fastball. Man, again, I think that was Savage's first real mistake in this game. And a swing and miss, a slider right there. As Call well out in front of that off-speed pitch. And I think you got to continue to go to that off-speed pitch. I mean, Call right now, he doesn't look like he's going to beat you deep. I think he got a spiking off-speed pitch right here. I think you can get a swing and miss. He is shortening up. I could see him on the bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses with a splitter down low. That was a ball. It's a great pitch, though. Called spit on it. But I think this ball I think you got to go to the slider here. And it's going to be driven to center. It's going to stay in the ballpark, though. Good piece of hitting by Call right there. He threw him the off-speed pitch. It was low, but Call shortened up, so he was expecting it, but he just didn't get enough on it. Sandy Koufax, is that Koufax and Magic Johnson? That's awesome. Savage out of the windup. 2-1 Blue Jays, bottom three, and Ohtani takes a four-seam fastball in the dirt for ball number one. Again, 3 home runs in this game. Game 5, tied up at 2 in this World Series. Snyder, Guerrero, and now Kike Hernandez. 2-1 Blue Jays. Here's Ohtani at the dish. 1-0 pitch, and he takes a strike, a splitter on the inside corner. He didn't like it. He's shaking his head. Rarely do you see Ohtani question a call like that. You don't want to piss off Ohtani. 1-1 count. Here's Savage. Here's the pitch. Same type of pitch right there. This time a slider. Same spot actually. So we got a 2-1 count to Ohtani. Definitely not giving him anything right in that middle half. Here's the pitch. Swings and fouls one off third base side. Was looking for an Oppo Taco right there. He's got that type of power. Tower power to all fields for Ohtani. We're at deuces. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom three. Savage sets, delivers, swings and misses. Gets Ohtani to chase on the splitter. Great piece of pitching by Savage, who started out in single A to begin this season in April. Now he's pitching in the World Series. It's 2-1 Blue Jays after the homer from Kike Hernandez. We're going to the top of the 4th. Second time through the order for Snell. Here's Varsho. He takes a strike, a curveball, outside corner. Good pitch from Snell right there. Starts him off with a breaking ball. 0-1 pitch from Snell, working fast out of the windup. Takes a ball outside, a slider right there. Snell, trouble game 1, trouble game 5. Trying to keep this game close. Here's the pitch to Varsho, and a curveball fouled off right behind home plate late on that one. Late on the off-speed pitch. I think he can speed it up right here. Go upstairs, high and inside. I think you can get him to freeze up 1-2. Here's the pitch to Varsho in the dirt. Curveball, spiked that one. Body language from Snell right there. He's just got to get on top of that. What I mean by that is on that curveball, you got to be able to get up here. I mean, when you're releasing down here, you're not going to get good bite on it. Varsho swings and pops one. Tosque under it. He's going to miss it. Ball's going to continue to bounce down the line. It's going to be extra bases for Varsho. It's going to be a triple. So a runner on third with nobody out. Top 3. As Hernandez slides and tries to make the catch, and the ball bounces, gets away from him, bounces down the line. A triple for Varsho to start this inning. Leadoff runner on for the Blue Jays, trying to add some more Geico to this lead. Yeah, Hernandez, good effort from him. He actually gets the glove on it. But again, I think in this situation, you got to let that ball bounce up, hit your chest, give up the single right there, get that ball back into the infield. It's a little bit too far unless you dive for it. You can't slide. He actually tried to just slide and get his glove down like that. If you're going to try to attempt that, you're going to have to dive for that full speed and try to glove it like this. So I thought it was a dive. I mean, it was a good effort, just a poor decision right there. What he wanted to do, 1-0 count, runner at third, and Clement fouls one off first base side. 1-1 count, top three. 0 for 1, Ernie Clement grounded out to second. Varsho on third. Snell takes a peek over there. 1-1 count to Clement. Here's the pitch. Swings and hits one to center. It's going to be far enough to get the runner in. Varsho's going to tag, and he's going to get to home plate as the Blue Jays put another run on the board. 3-1 top four. Good job by Clement right there to get the runner in on the sac fly. Good piece of hitting. It's exactly the job you want to do right there. Snell was pitching for the strikeout, so he's going to be throwing a lot of off-speed pitches that at bat. Leading an inning off this postseason, the Blue Jays are hitting .318. That's incredible. Now Barger takes a curveball in the dirt for ball number 1 in this at bat. Blue Jays now up 3-1, 1 out, top four. Barger 1 for 1, a single. And Snell's going to throw a slider right there and miss. They check over to third to see if Barger went, and he did not go, so it's going to be a 2-0 count. I think right here, you got to continue to pitch backwards. You can't give him a good pitch to hit. Continue to throw that off-speed pitch. 2-0 count to Barger. Here's the pitch from Snell. Curveball. Gets the strike right there. 2-1 pitch. Now you can throw that fastball. 2-1 pitch, and he misses. A changeup this time in the dirt. I don't understand that pitch. 2-1 count. You just got that curveball over for a strike. He's probably thinking you're going to go right back to that pitch. I would have thrown the heater. So 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This time he's right on a slider. He's looking for that off-speed pitch. And Snell hung that one. So I think he's losing some juice. And that slider was 87 and straight. I mean, he's thrown him 3 straight breaking balls. Give him the heater right here. Full count. Here's the pitch. 1 out. And he misses with a changeup. Did he go? And they check, and he did not. So Barger's going to be on first. His second time making base in this game. I think right now you got to get somebody up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. You don't want to leave Snell in too long. Here's Felifa now. First pitch to him, and he takes a strike, a changeup, inside corner. So you got an 0-1 count to Felifa. Barger on first, 1 out, top four. Snell sets, delivers, swings, drives one to right, but out of play. There's a high fastball right there. Felifa trying to go the other way. 0 for 13 in this World Series. Felifa trying to get his first knock. 0-2 count. 1 out, top four. Here's the pitch. Swings, I think he went, and he did. It's going to be a strikeout for Snell. That's his 5th of this game. 2 outs, top four. Again, Barger on first. Blue Jays up 3-1. Wow. First 3 starts for Snell, 21 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. His last 8 2/3, 8 earned runs. Here's Jimenez hitting 9 in the order, swings and misses at a 4-seam fastball. 0-1 count to him. Runner at first, 2 outs, top four. Blue Jays up 3-1. Jimenez 0 for 1 tonight. Snell 63 pitches through 3 2/3. Here's the pitch. Misses outside with the curveball. I think you got to attack right here. I don't know why he's being picky and trying to just throw around the strike zone. You got to attack this hitter with your fastball. You're throwing 97, 98. Attack him with movement. 1-1 pitch to Jimenez. And another off-speed pitch, a curveball. This time he gets him to chase outside the strike zone. So Jimenez helps him out. 1-2 count. Barger not a threat to run at first. Dodgers fans on their feet, trying to give some life to their team. Snell sets, 1-2 count to Jimenez. Swings, and did he go? He did. They checked at the third base umpire. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth. Dodgers coming up, bottom four, after the triple from Varsho and the sac fly from Komet. The Blue Jays take a 3-1 lead, bottom four. Yee Savage, I believe his pitch count is getting up there. So you're going to probably see him go 6 or 7. I don't think you'll see him go very deep into this game. The Dodgers have been able to foul off some pitches, throwing a lot of off-speed pitches. He's been getting a lot of strikeouts. So his pitch count is up right now. So I think he's going to be out of this game, just depending if he's able to get some first pitch swings on some, some ground balls, some flyouts early in the at bat. I think he's going to be out around the 6th or 7th inning. So here we are, bottom four. Blue Jays up 3-1, and Will Smith takes an off-speed pitch, a strike right down the middle, a slider. Savage working out of the windup. Delivers inside, almost hits Will Smith right on the hands. Smith talking to the umpire, he said it hit him. Maybe in a regular season game, Smith probably wants to hit right here, but in a World Series game, you're looking for base runners. No way. It did not hit him. Will Smith, come on, man. I understand you're trying to get on base, but that's ridiculous. 1-1 count and swings and misses. Ball don't lie right there. He's going to strike out right here. The baseball gods did not like that. If you're superstitious when you play the game, you don't want to do anything like that. You don't want to say the ball hit you and it didn't. 1-2 count to Will Smith. Swings and misses. Sit down, Will Smith. Trying to cheat your way on first. 7th strikeout of this game for Savage. Took down Freddie Freeman. Took down Hernandez. Took down Edmund. A lot of them have been on the slider. Oh, man, a great pitch. This is the grip. This is the grip on the slider. And actually, that one right there is different because you want to really get to the side of it and get down on it. If you want to get 12-6 on your curveball, you want to get on top. Savage, 34 strikeouts this postseason. Now Betts takes a slider on the outside corner. 1-1 count. Bottom four, 1 out. Game 5 World Series tied up at 2. Here's Savage pitch. Outside corner, a slider. It hits. Savage, 54 pitches now. Through 3 1/3. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Betts. Swings and misses. Another strikeout. His 8th strikeout now. Again, on a slider. He's mowing him down now. You can tell he's feeling it. And that slider's coming right back at him. Looks like it's going to be right down the middle of the plate, and then right at the last second, jumps down to that bottom half of the inside corner of the strike zone. 0-1 pitch to Freeman. Swings and misses at a four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour. 0-2 count. Exactly what Savage needed. Needed an inning like this. Just a quick inning. Get him back in the dugout. Here's the 0-2 to Freeman, and he hits him. Slider right there. That's tough on an 0-2 count. Puts him on first. So Freeman on first with 2 outs. And they always have this rule in baseball. 2-out walks come back to haunt you. I don't care if you've walked him or if you hit a guy. Something about putting a guy on with 2 outs and you got momentum. That team finds a way to get him over. It happens. Here's Tosca. He's 0 for 1, and he swings and drills one right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play, and Freeman's going to make it to second. It would have been a tough play for Jimenez, the shortstop. He glove-handed it, tried to flip it to second. So now the Dodgers have first and second with 2 outs. Bottom 4. Baseball's very funny, man. I'm telling you. One big swing right here from the Dodgers. He throws one of these off-speed pitches. Tries to get cute. Hangs one. Edmund. He can hit a bomb. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout in the second. Here's the pitch. And he misses outside. Freeman. No threat to run at second. So we got first and second. 2 outs, bottom 4th. Blue Jays up 3-1. 1-0 count to Edmund. And Kirk comes out to talk to Savage. Guaranteed right here, he's just saying, hey, this guy's hitting 159 this postseason. I don't think he can beat you. Don't worry about Hernandez and Freeman on base. Can Edmund be the hero? Give the Dodgers the lead. They're down 3-1. Hernandez on first, Freeman on second. 1-0 pitch. Swings and misses at a slider right there. 1-0 count. Pitching backwards all night. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, he hung one right there. And Edmund skies one in the infield. Jimenez right under it. That was Edmund's chance. He's got to do more with that. The ball's got to be to right center right there. Instead, he pops it up right in the middle of the infield. Dodgers had first and second trying to do damage. And we go to the top of the 5th. Here we go. World Series Game 5. USA versus Canada. Blue Jays versus Dodgers. Top 5, Blue Jays up 3-1. 5 hits for the Jays, 2 for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Snyder. 3rd time through the lineup. He hits one to right. Hernandez going over, trying to make a play, and it just gets out of play in that first row down the first base line. Hernandez would have had to lay into the crowd to make that play. It would have looked like Derek Jeter in the postseason. Who is that against? Was that against the A's? I don't remember. So we got Snyder, an 0-1 count to him. He homered in the first, 1 for 2 tonight. Snell out of the windup, sets, delivers, misses with a changeup on the outside corner. So we got a 1-1 count to Snyder. Right-handed hitter with an open stance. Took a fastball Deposited into left field. His first at bat, swings it, misses, and a slider right there. So he'll get a lot of off-speed pitches, I'm sure. 1-2 count. Guerrero on deck. Snell steps on the rubber, calls his pitch. Now sets, delivers, misses with a curveball. 82 miles an hour right there. Snyder spit on it. It was a good pitch. You and me would have swung at it. 2-2 pitch. I think he went. Curveball in the dirt. Oh, whoa. Man, you got to take a look at that one again. He definitely went. Definitely went on that. Snell doesn't like it. Roberts doesn't like it. My goodness. He definitely went. Can you review that? That's terrible. No. What are we looking at? Full count. And he misses. Slider right there. Oh, I'd be pissed if I was Snell. Man, he can't show emotion. He can't show bad body language. He's gotta have a short memory right here. Now pitching out of the stretch. Should have had the strikeout right there to Snyder. Top 5, nobody out. Runner on first. And a step over throw from Blake Snell. 72 pitches through 4 innings. Again, we're in the top of the 5th. Nobody out. Blue Jays up 3-1, trying to do more damage. Here's Guerrero. Snell sets. First pitch to him, and he's taken all the way right there. A changeup. So Guerrero trying to get into the pitch count. As soon as Snell threw that, you could tell he was not even going to chase anything right there. Gave him the strike, actually. It's an 0-1 count on that changeup. Snell sets, delivers, swings, and a fouled off to the first base side for Guerrero. An 0-2 count. Snyder on first. Oh, 2 count to Guerrero Jr. He homered in the first after Snyder. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and hits one right back up the middle. Double play ball to Edman, to Freeman. 2 outs, top 5. As Guerrero Jr. grounds into a double play. A comebacker to Blake Snell, to Edman, to Freeman. Just like that, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. For a Snell right there, that's a beautiful throw. That ball's got to be high and out in front of him and just give him a chance to get that ball quick over to Freeman. If that ball is behind him or low, he's got to go down and get it. Again, it's going to be like Betts making that error on the double play ball earlier. So, good job by Snell to get that throw quick out of his glove. So, 2 outs, top 5, 1-0 count to Bichette. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Snell 76 pitches now through 4 2/3. Now out of the windup. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Changeup misses low. Actually got the strike. So 1-1 count. Regular season, Bichette had 181 hits, 94 RBIs. 1-1 count to him. Swings and drives one to the left. It's going to stay in the ballpark. Wasn't fooled by it. Definitely wasn't fooled off. He got it off the end of the bat. It looked good, but got to rise, and that'll do it now for the top of the 5th. Dodgers coming up down 3-1, bottom 5. So here's Savage, first pitch of the bottom of the 5th, and it's high to Muncy. A four-seam fastball. Muncy struck out in third, 0 for 1 tonight, hitting 167 in this World Series. One RBI. 1-0 count to him. Here's Savage pitch, and it hits with the slider on the bottom of the strike zone. So 1-1 count to him. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts for Savage. Working out of the windup, the pitch misses a splitter. 2-1 count to Muncy. Again, and Savage's game plan is to throw fastballs really when they're expecting. It's just working backwards. That's his game plan. And Muncy swings and drills a slider down the first base line. So he's all over that off-speed pitch from Savage, the slider. I think right here you go back to a fastball and hopefully on the outside corner. Get it running off the plate right here. 2-2 pitch, and he takes an off-speed pitch. Savage has to get over to cover first and does. So 1 out, bottom 5. Muncy grounds out to second. At first baseman came over to try to make the play and came off of first. Good job by Savage to get over there. See a lot of pitchers kind of freeze up, think that the first baseman's going to stay over there, but Savage, pretty good job to run over there quickly, get to first, get out number 1, bottom 5, and Kike is coming up a solo home run in the third, 1 for 1 tonight, hitting 235 in this World Series. Dodgers down 3-1. Savage sets, delivers, misses with the slider. 1-0 count to Kiki Hernandez. He took a fastball, deposited it in the left field for a souvenir. A no-doubter. 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. Swings and fouls one off. A slider right there. He got a good pitch to hit. Had another chance. There would have been no way he could pull that ball. He would have had to drive that one to center or hit that one or try to hit that one to right. 1-1 pitch. Savage delivers. Nice pitch. A slider right there gets Hernandez to chase out of the strike zone. So 1-2 count. I don't think you'll see a fastball the rest of this at bat unless it's high upstairs out of the strike zone. Just him hitting that home run last at bat and getting him the advantage, Savage, in this at bat. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses at a splitter. 9th strikeout for Savage. Got some celebrities in the crowd tonight. Joe Torre. That's the only one to me. I'm not going to mention any other names. You could just imagine. But Joe Torre is the most famous one in my opinion. Bottom 5, 1-0 count to Alex Call, hitting 9th in the order, 2 outs, 9 strikeouts for Savage. Starts him out with a ball, and Call fouls one back on the second pitch. Kirk under it. It's going to go out of play. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Evens back up for Savage. Dodgers down 3-1. Game 6 Friday in Toronto. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. Savage steps on the rubber. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Misses. Oh, he got the strike, a splitter. Wow, favorable call right there. Call steps out of the box. Did not like the call. And I definitely thought that was out of the strike zone. It was a good pitch. Started off in the strike zone, but kind of fell off on that outside corner. So 1-2 count to Alex Call. Here's the pitch. He spikes a fastball in the dirt. 2-2 count to Alex Call. 2 outs. Dodgers down 3-1. A couple solo shots from Snyder, Guerrero, a sac fly from Clement after a leadoff triple from Varsho, and a home run for Kike Hernandez. The scoring tonight in Game 5. Here's the 2-2. Misses upstairs, a splitter. Dodgers trying to get a base runner. Call's not going to beat you unless you walk him right here. I don't think he's going to be able to, get an extra base hit right here. Even get a knock. Here's the pitch. Did he go? A slider. He did. Wow. And they said the Blue Jays didn't go that last inning. And that same umpire said he went this time. So the Dodgers didn't get the call that last inning, but the Blue Jays did. And Savage has his 10th strikeout on the splitter. And the Blue Jays take a 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the 6th. Kirk. Here's the pitch from Snell, and he gets a strike upstairs, inside with a fastball. 2-1 count. Good pitch right there. If you're going to throw a fastball on that count, you want it right there in that spot. So 2-1 count to Kirk. Snell delivers, and he misses. Kirk looking for a fastball out in front of that slider. Helps Snell out, so we got a 2-2 count. Kirk 1 for 2. He singled in the first, right back up the middle. Two count to Alejandro Kirk. And Snell misses right there. They say it was a four-seam fastball, but it was running back in on the hands of Kirk. Had a lot of movement on that pitch. 3-2, full count, swings and drives one down the third base line and bounces it to Freeman for out number 1. Good play right there by Muncy, I believe, the third baseman. Barger with a huge home run Game 1. Yamamoto with the complete game in Game 2. Then we had Freeman's home run in Game 3. Guerrero's great Game 4. Ohtani didn't pitch well. And now we're in Game 5. Series tied at 2-2. Blue Jays up 3-1. Top 6, 1 out. 1-0 count to Varsho. He tripled his last time up. 1 for 2 on the night. Swings and misses right there at a slider. Good pitch right there from Blake Snell. Up to 86 pitches now through 5 1/3. Snell out of the windup. Working, sets, delivers, misses inside right there. A 2-seam fastball. Now that's the one you want right there. That's the one you want to throw to the right-hander. 2-1 count to Varsho, and he misses inside with the changeup. Didn't get the call right there. So a 3-1 count. 1 out. Top 6. Nobody up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Varsho. And he gets the call. A slider. Outside corner. And I thought he should have got the call the previous pitch inside, but he gets the call on that one. So we got a full count. Snell working out of the windup. Swings Varsho. And he didn't get enough of it to right. Hernandez under it for out number 2. Top 6. Savage, 10 strikeouts. Wow. Just completely dominating this Dodgers lineup. The National League All-Star team. The guy started out in single A. Unreal. Snell starts Clement off with a changeup. So 0-1 count to Ernie Clement. 2 outs, top 6. And he drills one to Freeman. Great play at first. And he's going to take it himself for out number 3. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Dodgers coming up, bottom 6. down 3-1. Great play right there from Freddie Freeman. He dives, gets down to his knees, gets back up, has the presence of mind to gather himself and get to first base. So the Dodgers got to make something happen right here. They got to get runners on base. They're down two runs, getting into the championship innings. No reason to take Savage out of this game. Just the way that he's pitching. Um, he's nowhere close to 100 pitches. Got a chance for at least two more innings right here. 10 strikeouts and just impressive. 77 pitches. So bottom six. Here's the first pitch to Ohtani. Takes a splitter in the dirt, 83 miles an hour. Second pitcher in World Series history with 10 plus strikeouts in the first 5 innings. Sandy Koufax. Wow. In 1963 was the other one, and he's sitting right behind home plate. How crazy is this? 1-0 count, and Ohtani takes a splitter right down the middle for strike number one, evens the count. 0-2, 0 for 2 on the night, Shohei Ohtani. And he misses right there again, trying to drive that one for a homer. And he was early on an off-speed pitch from Savage, who gets 2 strikes on one of the greatest players that I've ever seen play baseball. Shohei Ohtani can pitch, he can hit, he can do it all. 1-2 count, swings and drives one, and oh, what a play by Barger, I believe, as he dives and steals extra bases away from Shohei Ohtani. That would have been for sure a triple if he dove and missed it. Ohtani put a great swing on it. Yeah, it was Barger. What a play by him. And that's the difference right there. That dive, I mean, he's diving face first. And Hernandez, a couple innings ago, he dove feet first. And really, I mean, that's what you got to do in this situation in a World Series game. You got to lay out, put your body on the line in a championship type of game situation like this. So Will Smith, after Ohtani lines out to right, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses at a splitter, 84 miles an hour, 0-2 count to Will Smith. Blue Jays up 3-1, bottom six, 1 out. After a great play by Barger in right. 0-2 pitch, swings and misses at a slider in the dirt, 11 strikeout for Savage as he continues to dominate, getting some good defense out and right from Barger. 84 pitches. Now through 5 2/3. Working out of the windup. Savage deals. And Betts spoils a slider off. An 0-1 count to start it off. Mookie Betts 0 for 2 tonight. Now another stat. 11 strikeouts tonight. That ties a World Series record. Don Newcomb in 1949. And Betts takes a strike, a slider. He gets an 0-2 count. Now you can play with him a little bit. Try to get him to chase at a fastball upstairs right here maybe. Try to dirt one right here. Maybe that splitter. 0-2 count to Betts, and he misses outside, four-seam fastball. My fingers aren't big enough, but basically that splitter, like this, you want to get on top of it. And if you can get on top of it and throw a good one, it's got really good bite on it, and it almost looks like a fastball, but you can tell by the spin of it, it's got absolutely no spin. It almost looks like a knuckleball coming out of the hand. So count evens at 2. 2. We got deuces in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch to Betts, and he grounds out to Clement at third, to Guerrero at first. And that'll do it for the sixth as we go to the seventh. Blue Jays up 3-1. Still out there. Roberts, Trustin, Blake Snell. 2 solo home runs given up early. First 2 hitters. Here's the 1-0 Barger. Made a great play in the bottom of the sixth on Ohtani. Laid out on a line drive that would have been extra bases, possibly a triple with Ohtani's speed. 1-1 count to Barger. And Snell misses with the slider outside. Lefty on lefty, 2-1 count. Usually when you see a guy make a good play, the next inning he comes up and homers. So Barger 1 for 1, a single and a walk tonight, been on base all night. Trying to square one up on Blake Snell. 2-1 pitch, swings and skies one behind home plate. No play for Will Smith. Count's going to even at 2-2, 96 pitches for Blake Snell. You got to think maybe this is his last hitter. Nobody up for the Dodgers in the bullpen. They're not showing it on TV. You got to think maybe they got one guy up in there. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And Barger swings and drills one down the third base line. This could be extra bases. And the left fielder for the Dodgers gets to it quick and holds Barger to a single, but a high chopper. And the Dodgers had him played as a pull hitter right there and kind of hit it off the bat, chopped it down that. Yeah, there was really no play right there after that chopper down the third base line. The Dodgers had him played definitely to pull the baseball right there. So top 7, Barger on first for the 3rd time tonight. Here's Felifa, and he squares to bunt, and Snell misses upstairs with a fastball. It's going to be a 1-0 count. Felifa trying to get Barger over to second. Toronto looking for some more insurance. They're up 3-1. Muncy playing in. Betts playing in double play depth. 1-0 count, and Felifa squares to bunt and fouls and bunts it foul. Down the first base line, actually. Snell threw an off-speed pitch right there. Tough to square up. So we got top 7, 1-1 count, no outs. Barger on first. Blue Jays up 3-1. Here's Snell's pitch to Felifa. He squares to bunt, and Snell hits with a fastball right there on the outside corner as Freeman charges for that bunt. So the Dodgers are playing that wheel play where the first baseman charges, the second baseman heads over to first base. One-two count, and Snell throws over. Felifa's trying to bunt this ball to Freddie Freeman at first. Trying to have him make a tough play. The lefty has to turn around. 1-2 count. He's not bunting now. And Snell misses in the dirt. Is Barger going to go? And he does. Wow. As Will Smith cannot find the ball. He was looking around. The ball was right in front of him. But again, he's got Felifa right in his way. They're going to charge it as a wild pitch. And Smith is looking down like this. Ball's out in front of him. That's when you got to get some help from your dugout right there, your starting pitcher. Hey, out in front, out in front. So runner in scoring position now for the Blue Jays. 2-2 pitch. Misses outside in the dirt again. This time, Barger stays at second. So we got a full count. This possibly could be Snell's last hitter. He's at 102 pitches. We got a righty up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. It's Henriquez, the guy that throws gas. 102 from that guy. Full count. Swung on, driven to Betts. He holds the runner at second, throws to Freeman for 1 out. Top 7, Snell does his job. Now will Roberts make the move to Enriquez? Snell pitched well tonight. And I will say it was just a couple bad pitching decisions in that first inning. The fastball running into the hands of Snyder and Guerrero, and they hit the home runs. The one to Varshaw was kind of like a blooper type of a hit, but Roberts is leaving Snell in this ball game. 104 pitches now as Jimenez takes a strike. 1 out, top 7, 0-1 count to Andres Jimenez. He's 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. This could be why. He's owned him in 2 at-bats previously. So he misses upstairs with a fastball, 1-1 count. Barger on second after a wild pitch from Blake Snell. Enriquez in the bullpen. Roberts can go to him at any time. 1-1 pitch to Jimenez. And he misses with a curveball right there. Jimenez spit on it. He almost went, but he held back. So we got a 2-1 count. Snyder on deck. Barger on second. Here's the pitch from Snell. Swing and a miss. A slider. Great pitch right there. Started it off. Bottom inside corner. And then it ran off the plate. So we got a 2-2 count to Jimenez. $107 pitches for Blake Snell. Barger on second. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swings and fouls one off down the first baseline. Close. Freeman would have had a play on it. That would have been... Barger would have made it to third. So he'd have had a runner on second with 2 outs. Or runner on third with 2 outs. But a foul right there from Jimenez. So it's a 2-2 count. 1 out, top 7. Barger on second. Blue Jays up 3-1. Trying to get some more insurance. Snell sets, delivers. He misses outside. They throw back to second. And Betts picks it out of the dirt. Good play by him. As Barger slides back to second. They try to back pick Barger. And that ball bounces about 6 feet in front of Betts. Could have been devastating. That ball bounces off Barger, his helmet, and that falls into short right field. He's on third base. And Snell misses with the curveball. And Jimenez walks with a full count. So you got a runner on first and second. And Mark Pryor is going to come out, the Dodgers pitching coach, to talk to Blake Snell. So he's not going to make the move to Enriquez in the bullpen. They're going to continue to leave Blake Snell out. It must mean because the Dodgers are shorthanded in that bullpen from that 18-inning game. I don't know why they haven't made a move yet. But, I mean, if you're a manager right here, you're a starting pitcher, you want this situation. This is why you got them there is by good starting pitching. And definitely don't want to be taken out in this situation. You want to try to finish this inning what you started. So Dave Roberts trusting Blake Snell in this situation. A high pitch count, 110 pitches. Snyder homered off him in the first inning. He sort of figured him out since then. He walked him as well. So 2 for 8 this World Series. First and second, 1 out, top 7. Snell sets, delivers, hits with a changeup on the bottom part of the strike zone. So 0-1 count to Snyder. Starts him off with an off-speed pitch. Oh, 1 pitch. Again with an off-speed pitch, a changeup. 2 straight changeups. And Snyder seems confused a little bit, not looking for that. 0-2 count. Jimenez on first, Barger on second. Blue Jays up 3-1. Snyder trying to add some more runs on the board for the Blue Jays. Snell sets out of the windup, out of the stretch actually. Delivers, misses down low with the slider. Great pitch right there. He just didn't chase at all. He missed it. Snell wanted the call, but it was off the strike zone. It was too low. 1-2 count. Snyder, the right-hander, digs in the box, and he doesn't go on a curveball in the dirt. And Barger heads to third, so it's going to be runners on first and third on another wild pitch from Blake Snell. You can tell, he's losing a little bit of velocity right here. 114 pitches. He's kind of overthrowing it a little bit on his off-speed pitches. Double play ball right here would be nice. Snyder trying to get that runner in from third on the wild pitch from Snell. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses in the dirt again. And he has to make an adjustment on his arm. He's just out in front. I get it. He's tired. He's made a lot of pitches tonight. But instead of releasing out in front, release up here a little bit. So we got a full count. 1 out, top 7. First and third. Snell sets, delivers. Swing and a miss. A changeup. Great pitch right there. Full count. Makes the adjustment. Goes to the change piece on the outside corner. And Dave Roberts is going to make the move to Enriquez. So we got Jimenez on first. Barger on third. Guerrero Jr. coming up. They bring the flamethrower in. 102 miles an hour the other night. Enriquez bringing the gas. He's also got a really good slider, too, as well. 2 pitches. You got to think he's going to be throwing the gas upstairs. And the slider, I would say he's going to start it on that bottom part of the strike zone. And it's going to end up off the strike zone. That's what you got to do to Guerrero. You got to get him to chase pitches outside the strike zone early in the at-bat. Get the count in your favor. And I really think once he knows what's coming, you're in trouble. So the gas isn't going to matter to him. He could very easily change this ball game with one swing of the bat. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Here's the first pitch to Vladdy. He's had him on his back the whole postseason. 1 for 2 tonight. Misses upstairs. A fastball, 99 miles an hour. Eduardo Enriquez, 2-1, 19 innings pitched, 2.37 ERA. 18 strikeouts, 5 walks in the regular season. Vladdy hitting .422 this postseason, this World Series. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the heat right there upstairs. 100 on the gun. 1-1 count to Vladdy. Big part in this game. First and third. Barger on third. Jimenez on first. 1-1 count to Vladdy. Watched his pops play a ton back in the day. Now I'm watching Junior. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs with the fastball. 2-1 count to Guerrero Jr. Homered in the first. 8 home runs, 5 strikeouts this postseason. 2-1 count. Enriquez sets, delivers, misses with the slider. Try to backdoor him, started on his hands. Try to run it back over to the inside part of the plate. Missed right there. Vladdy should get a good pitch to hit. You don't want to juice him up right here. Enriquez sets, delivers, and Vladdy fouls it off. He's on that fastball. He fouled it off right behind home plate. And he was looking to drive that to right field just from what I saw from that swing. So he's thinking right now, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to pull this guy. Let me just try to drive this one to right field, not try to do too much. Base hit, ball four right here. Full count of Vladdy. 2 outs, top 7. Barger on third, Jimenez on first. Blue Jays up 3-1. Enriquez sets, delivers, misses outside, wild pitch. Here comes Barger in the score, and the Blue Jays are going to add another run on the board. 4-1, top 7. A wild pitch from Enriquez, a couple of them from Blake Snell, and the Dodgers shooting themselves in the foot late in this ball game, as they had, the deficit was only 2 runs. I mean, but you continue with wild pitches. Will Smith not being able to find the ball in the dirt. So the Dodgers just some miscues defensively. And the Blue Jays threatening to go up 3-2 back to Toronto. Here's Bichette now, 0 for 3 on the night. First and second. And Enriquez hits with a fastball right down the middle, 99 on the gun. Bichette 0 for 3 tonight, strikeout, a fielder's choice, and he lined out as well. Enriquez sets. Jimenez takes his lead at second. Guerrero on first. Here's the pitch. Ooh, good job by Will Smith to catch that one as that ball was running back in by the feet of Bichette. 101 on the gun. Blake Snell, 117 pitches in this game, replaced for Enriquez. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Bichette. He misses outside with a sinker right there. 100 on the gun. I'm not sure if Will Smith got crossed up right there, if he's looking for an off-speed pitch, but he was so late getting to that fastball. I mean, it's 100 miles an hour. It's tough to catch. 2-1 pitch to Bo Bichette. And he misses upstairs with a slider right there. It hit the strike zone, but he's not going to get that call. He really hasn't established that call yet. It hit the top part of the strike zone, but the umpire did not give him that call. So it's a 3-1 count. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, top 7. Enriquez sets, delivers, and Bichette drills one to right. It's going to be a base hit. You get a runner home. Here comes Jimenez around third. Guerrero's going to get to third. Bichette, did he get to second? I'm not sure. They haven't shown the camera angle. Believe he's still on first. So first and third. Blue Jays score another run. 5-1, top 7. Good piece of hitting right there by Bo Bichette. Inside out's a swing. Not trying to hit a home run there. Just trying to hit a base knock. Get his team another run. And he led the league in hitting or hits in the regular season. As Mark Pryor is out to talk to Enriquez. So we got Bichette on first, Guerrero on third. As Alejandro Kirk comes to the dish. Yamamoto is going to start game 6. You might as well lock that one up the way that he's been pitching. Top 7. Here's Alejandro Kirk, and he takes a slider for it. Did he get it? No, he didn't call it a strike. Wow. One of those close pitches right there, and Enriquez did not get strike one, so 1-0 count. Misses with the slider upstairs. First and third, 2 outs, top 7. Here's Kirk. And Enriquez misses with a sinker in the dirt, 2-0 count. Can't find the strike zone. Since they put him in, 13 pitches. and about half of those have been in the dirt. 2-0 count to Alejandro Kirk, and he takes a slider on the outside corner. Good take. 3-0 count. 2 outs, top 7. And the Blue Jays manager's talking to Savage, and I think he's going to go one more inning. So a 3-0 count to Alejandro Kirk. Here's the pitch. And he takes upstairs, ball 4 from Enriquez. That juices the bases, and Dave Roberts is going to come out and make a change. Let's see who he's going to go to. It's a lefty. I believe Varsho is coming up to the dish, so we got a lefty on lefty situation coming up. Bases juiced, top 7. Blue Jays up 5-1. So we got bases juiced, top 7. Let me try to remember all these guys on base. So we got Guerrero on third, Bichette on second, Kirk on first. Here's the pitch. And it hits for a sinker inside Banda. Anthony Banda, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 Ks, 2 walks this postseason. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, a sinker. 95 miles an hour. I'm not sure why they say sinker. It looks like a fastball to me. One pitch to Varsho. 1 for 3 on the night with a triple. Here's the pitch. He swings and drills one to second. And he goes to Betts at second for out number 3. And the Blue Jays strand the bases loaded in the top of the 7th. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, but they're able to get a couple runs that inning, 2 runs, up 5-1. So the Dodgers in danger of going down 3-2 in this series. Back to Toronto. But, the good thing is they got Yamamoto on the mound. That guy's unbelievable, the way that he's been throwing this postseason. And I can see them winning Game 6. I can see the Dodgers winning that game and coming back to LA for Game 7. And it has to do with pitching, like tonight. I mean, Blake Snell made a couple bad pitches. That's all it takes. And Savage has been all around the strike zone tonight, throwing 3 pitches for strikes. And he's out there again for the bottom of the 7th. 11 strikeouts tonight, 6 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 1 earned run. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Freddie Freeman, and he swings and fouls one off third base side late on a fastball. Freeman 0 for 1 tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. The hero in Game 3, 0-2 pitch from Savage, misses upstairs with a fastball, 1-2 count. Miles Straw, a defensive replacement in left field. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Freeman. He swings and misses at a splitter. 12 strikeouts now for Savage. We're going into some of the greatest postseason pitching performances of all time. Yi Savage in this Game 5 2025 World Series. 12 strikeouts. The guy started out in single A and now pitching in the World Series this year. Bottom 7, 1 out, 1-0 count to Tosque Hernandez, 1 for 2 on the night. Blue Jays up 5-1. Hernandez, the right-handed hitter, digs in, takes a splitter for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Blue Jays do have a man in their bullpen. It's Dominguez. 1-1 pitch from Savage. Swings and fouls one off first base side. Late on the fastball again. Count in Savage's favor again. Let's see if he can get his 13th strikeout of the game. 1-2 pitch to Hernandez. He swings and taps one to third. This might be an infield single. It is. So the Dodgers are going to get a runner on first. Something like that. A little thing in a game. An infield hit. Just a tapper. Something that he probably shouldn't have made contact on. And now ends up being, a runner on first. A much-needed base runner for the Dodgers. They're only down one swing of the bat if they can get the bases loaded. So they're not out of this game. They need base runners, though. Here's Edman. And he takes a strike, a slider, high and outside. Tough pitch right there. Edman takes it for a strike. It's one of those strikes that could have went either way. Baller strike. 0-1 pitch. He swings and misses out a slider. 0-2 count. Double play depth for the Blue Jays. Bottom 7, 1 out. Up 5-1 on the Dodgers, trying to go back to Toronto. Up 3-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Edman, and he misses outside with a slider. It's going to be a 1-2 count. Good waste of pitch right there from Savage, trying to get Edman to chase out of the strike zone. Hernandez on first. 1-2 count to Edman. Here's the pitch, and he misses inside in the dirt on a splitter. 2-2 count. 101 total pitches for Savage through 6 1/3 innings. Hernandez takes his lead at first. Savage takes his peek, throws, and misses with a slider. It's going to be a full count to Tommy Edman. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses, but Kirk did not hold on to the baseball, so they're going to do it again. Earlier, Will Smith missed one, Blake Snell, a strikeout. Same sort of situation. If Kirk's able to hold on to that baseball, that's out number 2. They'll do it again. Full count, bottom 7, 1 out. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, drilled to third. Double play ball to first for out number 3. Well, a tough way to end the 7th for the Dodgers as they're running out of chances. That could have been Savage's last hitter right there as the Blue Jays go to the 8th, up 5-1. I think that Roberts is going to leave Banda in the ball game, that lefty. I think he has to go 3 hitters, right? So he's got the first 2 hitters. They didn't say who was coming up for the Blue Jays. I'm sure you'll see some, possibly some pinch hitters maybe coming up this inning for the Blue Jays. Some replacements. There's Savage getting hugs from his teammates. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts. And Banda throws the first pitch for a strike. And Clement fouls it off behind home plate. It's going to be an 0-1 count, top 8. Blue Jays up 5-1. Series tied at 2, trying to go back to Toronto, up 3-2. Banda sets, delivers, and a ground ball to third, but out of play, foul. 0-2 count to Ernie Clement. And a big hug right there from Savage and Guerrero. Blue Jays fans going nuts back in Toronto at the watch party. Here's the pitch. And he gets Clement to chase upstairs with the fastball, but he fouls it off. Not sure how he caught up to that. That ball's at his eyes, and he still has the hand speed to catch up to that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-2 count. Banda throws, driven right up the middle for a base hit. So the Blue Jays have their leadoff runner on first. Nobody out, top 8, up 4. I mean, they're trying to leave LA and make a statement. Dodgers ended last inning with a double play ball. They need one of their own this inning. Banda sets, working out of the stretch, deals, and he hits with a strike, with a sinker right there on the outside corner for an 0-1 count. Barger 2 for 2 on the night, 2 singles, a walk, and a run. He's been all on base all night, hitting .353 this World Series. Open stance, left-handed hitter takes another strike on the outside corner, same pitch. It's an 0-2 count to him. Ernie Clement on first. Nobody out. 0-2 count. Blue Jays up 5-1. Banda sets. And he throws over to first. He's calling his pitch in the glove. So we got a 0-2 count. Barger stands in the box. Clement takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. It's going to get away from Will Smith. Clement's going to get to second. So the Blue Jays got a runner in scoring position now after another wild pitch from the Dodgers. Couple from Snell, one from Enriquez, a big one. Run scored, and now one from Banda. I got to check, but that's at least 5 wild pitches tonight for the Dodgers. 1-2 count to Barger. Banda pitch, driven to second, ground ball, and Freeman's going to make the out at first. So the Blue Jays have a runner at third with 1 out. Trying to get another run in, up 5-1. And Savage, the second youngest in MLB history with 10-plus strikeouts in a postseason game. Just an unreal performance from him. Had the Dodgers hitters off balance all night. Here's Felifa now run. Oh, and he's going to get the run home with a base knock to left. Gets through that third base shortstop hole. And the Dodgers were playing in. They couldn't do anything about it. It's possible. I mean, if you're playing back right there, you can, knock that ball down and try to hold that runner to third. But when you're playing in and you got a ball hit that hard in the hole, you got no chance. Hit perfectly by Felifa, his first hit this World Series. Blue Jays up 6-1. 1 out, top 8. Banda delivers, and Jimenez swings and fouls one off behind home plate. Blue Jays were running on that pitch, so being aggressive, up 5 runs. Jimenez 0 for 2. He walked in the 7th. Here's the pitch from Banda, and Jimenez swings and skies one to left. Calls under it for out number 2 in the top of the 8th. Felifa stays on first. Dodgers sticking with Banda. 14 pitches. He finished the 7th and now out there for the 8th. It looks like the Dodgers have one guy up in their bullpen right now. Here's Miles Straw, a defensive replacement in the 7th. hitting 125 this postseason. And Banda's going to throw over, try to get Felifa at first. Top 8, 2 outs. Blue Jays up 6-1. Straw 0 for 7 in this postseason. Hitting 125 this postseason. Here's the pitch from Banda, and he misses upstairs with the four-seam fastball. 1-0 count. Dominguez up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. Probably going to come out in the bottom of the 8th. Banda sets. Working out of the stretch. Delivers. Misses outside with the slider. 2-0 count. Top 8, 2 outs. Banda trying to get out of this inning. He sets. Delivers. Misses outside again with the sinker. Lefty with a 3/4 delivery. Banda 17 pitches. I mean, Straw's not going to beat you deep. 0 for 7 this World Series. Here's the 3-0. He misses upstairs. They're running, but I think it's a walk. Did he get the call? He was running on the pitch, and he did get the strike, so it's a 3-1 count. He was running on 3-0. They get the stolen base, so Felifa's on second with 2 outs. You got a 3-1 count to Straw. Banda sets. Delivers. Straw skies one. Does Will Smith have a play on it? He's going to go over to the first base dugout, and it goes out of play. So it's going to be a full count. Felifa on second. Banda sets. The lefty on right. He delivers. And Straw skies one in the infield. Freeman's under it. And it's going to be out number 3. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, the Dodgers down 6-1. They need base runners. So you got Dominguez coming out in the bottom of the 8th. Probably another flamethrower for the Blue Jays. Coming out for a great performance from Yi Savage. Over 100 pitches, 12 strikeouts, another World Series record. It's been a really good series so far. Close series. I thought definitely the Dodgers were the better team. I think most people did. People didn't take the Blue Jays seriously, and it's coming back to haunt people like myself. So Sir Anthony Dominguez, 9 innings pitched this postseason. Here's the first pitch to Muncy. Takes a strike, a four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. Bottom 8, Muncy 0 for 2 tonight. Hernandez on deck. Here's the 0-1. And he takes a splitter for a strike. 0-2 count. Muncy did not like the call. Shakes his head as he digs back into the box. Dodgers down 5 runs. Definitely need base runners at this point. Here's the pitch. Muncy swings, throws one to first. Dominguez has to get over, and he does. Good play right there by Guerrero Jr. So we got Game 5 on Friday night. Probably be doing that. Or Game 6 on Friday night. We'll be doing that game for sure. Bottom 8. Blue Jays up 6-1. In complete control of this game. Dominguez sets. Hernandez fouls one off. First base side, he homered. The only Dodger run in this game, he homered back in the third. Oh, 1 pitch to Hernandez, and he swings and misses a four-seam fastball. Couldn't catch up to the heat right there. 0-2 count. Bottom 8, 1 out. Blue Jays up 6-1. Dominguez sets, delivers, and Hernandez misses with a sweeper right there. Strikes out. 2 outs, bottom 8. They're just showing Kershaw in game 3, him being able to finish. I want to say it was the top of the 10th or top of the 9th, one of those two. Dominguez first pitch misses outside with a fastball to Alex Call. Ohtani on deck. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside. 2-0 count. Alex Call 0 for 2 tonight. A line out and a strikeout. 4 for 11 in this series. Ohtani on deck. Here's the 2-0. Gets a strike. Inside corner, low. 98 miles an hour, a sinker. 2-1 count. Bottom 8. Dominguez sets. And he misses with the fastball upstairs. 3-1 count. Call got a favorable call right there. I believe that hit the upper part of the strike zone. Dodgers need a base runner. They'll take it. 3-1 pitch. And he gets the call there. A low strike. And I think that ball was out of the strike zone. And he gets the call. Let's check. Oh, yeah. It was at least an inch. Wow. The first pitch was a strike that was high, and then that was ball. So we got a full count to Alex Call. Dominguez sets, deals, and that time he misses inside with a four-seam fastball. And the Dodgers have a base runner. Runner at first, 2 outs, bottom 8. Ohtani coming up. Really a 2-run homer right now does no good. You'll take it on the scoreboard, but the Dodgers need base runners. They need first and second. Then they need a double, second and third. They need another knock. Just got to put some hits together. You need a big rally right here. And I think they told Dominguez, hey, we're up 5 runs. If you challenge him, he can't really beat you. We're going to have our closer in the 9th. So Ohtani 0 for 3 tonight. A ground out, a strikeout, and a line out. A great play by Barger. Here's the pitch. Ohtani swings, draws one to Guerrero, and he taps first for out number 3. Great play. He's playing right next to the bag. Ohtani drills it, and on one hop, he's able to get down, make the play, tag first. And that'll do it for the 8th. As we go to the 9th, the Blue Jays up 6-1. Last chance for the Dodgers coming up. Guerrero, and he swings and hits one right back to the pitcher, Trennan. He underhands it to Freeman for out number 1, top 9. Blue Jays up 6-1. And here's Bo Bichette. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Here's Trennan now. Sets, delivers, a sweeper for a strike, swings and misses Bo Bichette. led the league in hits in the regular season. Now 5 for 15 in the World Series. 0-1 count to him. 1 out, top 9. Blue Jays up 6-1. Here's Trennan's pitch, and he misses low with a sinker right there. 97 miles an hour. 1-1 count to Bichette. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses at a sinker. 1-2 count. Trennan, the righty. He's tall. He's probably about 6'7". 1-2 pitch. Bichette swings inside out's a pitch down the first base line. Looks like George Springer's up, going to be a pinch hitter. And Bichette doesn't chase a sweeper right there. He's going to even the count at 2-2. 1 out, top 9. Blue Jays up 6-1. There's Trennan's pitch and a fastball right down the middle. Spoiled off by Bo Bichette. Fouls it off behind home plate. 2-2 count still. Looks like we got George Springer in the hole. It's not on deck. 2-2 pitch. Swings, hits one to second. Edmond on it to Freeman for out number 2. They had him with the helmet on the step. Now they take him. Now he puts the helmet back and he sits down. I'm not sure if they had him as a decoy or something. I'm not sure what that was all about, but he had a helmet on like he was going to hit. And Trennan throws outside for a fastball, or he misses with the fastball on 1-0 count. Nobody on, 2 outs, top 9. Kirk with a 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Here's the pitch from Trennan, and he hits a ground ball to Freeman to first, and he's going to step on first. For out number 3, Dodgers' last chance, bottom 9. You got Smith, Betts, and Freeman coming up. All 0 for 3 or 0 for 2 tonight. Here we go, bottom 9, Dodgers' last chance. And guys, after this game, I want you to go check out Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. This guy has highlights on the MLB, NFL, NBA daily. We can't watch all the games. We can't sit here, we only have, as much time in the day as we can. We got families, we got work, and that's why I watch Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, because in the morning when I wake up, I can check out what went on the previous night from before, and he's got it all. So stopped watching ESPN, I cut the cord, started watching Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, and he's got all the highlights that I need for the sports that I like. So go check out Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. That's Berry, Berri. Thank you guys. 1-0 count, bottom 9. Nobody out. Blue Jays up 6-1. Dodgers down to their last 3 outs. Here's Hoffman now to Will Smith. And Smith takes a strike, a fastball right down the middle. Evens the count at 1-1. Blue Jays up 6-1. Couple home runs early on. Solo shots from Snyder and Guerrero. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs with a slider. 2-1 count. It's been a lot of small ball ever since. Managing runs over. Sacrifice flies. Varsho with a triple. 2-1 pitch to Smith. And he hits one down the line third, but foul. He was on that fastball, so 2-2 count. A quiet Dodger Stadium as they know their team is headed back to Toronto, down 3-2. Ohtani, Freeman, Will Smith, all 0 for 12 tonight. Here's the pitch. Misses outside with a slider. Will combine, they're 0 for 12. Three-two pitch. Swung on, drilled to left. A base hit for Will Smith. And the Dodgers got a base runner on with nobody out. See if they can put a rally together. So Will Smith on first. Here's Mookie Betts now, 0 for 3 tonight, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Hitting .238 this postseason, no home runs, 6 RBIs. Bottom 9, nobody out. Smith takes his lead at first. Here's Hoffman's pitch, and he hits with a fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 count. Betts taking the first pitch right there. Dodgers trying to get base runners. Hoffman working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Misses outside with a fastball, not by much. And a 1-1 count to Mookie Betts. A lot of postseason experience. He's been here before. Can the Dodgers put a rally together? Yamamoto looks on. He'll start game 6. Here's the pitch from Hoffman. Betts swings and drills a ball down the third base line. It's going to be a 1-2 count. World Series Game 6 starters, Gossman versus Yamamoto. Hoffman sets. 1-2 pitch to Betts. Misses in the dirt with the slider. 2-2 count. Will Smith on first. A leadoff single to left. Freeman on deck. Can the Dodgers continue to get base runners? Hoffman sets. 2-2 pitch to Mookie Betts. And he swings and fouls one off behind home plate. Spoils off. Actually, Hoffman hung a off-speed pitch right there. Betts has been off tonight. I mean, any other night, he's probably roping that for a double. 2-2 count. Hoffman sets, delivers. Swung on, drilled to center. Did he get enough? Not enough. It's going to be about 10 feet away from the track. One out, bottom 9. Here comes Freddie Freeman. Hit the home run in Game 3 in the 18th inning. 0 for 2 tonight. Hit by pitch in the 4th. Hit .241 this postseason. Freeman, left-handed hitter. Hoffman, the righty. Sets, delivers. Misses inside with a fastball. 96 miles an hour. Will Smith on first. A leadoff single. Bottom 9. 1 out. 1-0 count. Blue Jays up 6-1. Here's the pitch from Hoffman. And he misses outside with a splitter. Dodgers down to the last 2 outs. Ohtani looks on. Roberts looks on. Here's the pitch from Hoffman. Swung on, fouled off. 2-0 fastball, challenged him. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Hoffman. Swung on and missed. A slider. 2-2 count now. These Dodgers hitters have they've been off tonight. I mean, they've just been out in front. They've been behind on the fastball. Haven't been able to square anything up. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed again. A slider. Another strikeout for the Dodgers. That's about 15 strikeouts tonight. You can't strike out 15 times and expect to win a World Series game. Here's Hernandez, who's been on base a couple times tonight. He's been one of the Dodgers' best hitters. Takes a strike for a fastball right down the middle, 95 miles an hour. Dodgers down to their last out in Game 5 of the World Series in 2025. They'll head to Toronto for Game 6. Yamamoto and Gossman, the starters. Hoffman sets, delivers, and Hernandez takes strike 2. Down low, perfectly spotted fastball right there. And he looks back at the umpire, gives him the old stink eye. Hernandez gets back into the dish, stands back in. Hoffman sets 0-2 pitch. And didn't chase the slider right there. Good pitch by Hoffman. 1-2 count. Smith on first. Hernandez 2 for 3 tonight. A couple singles. One to right and another one right back up the middle. Here's the pitch from Hoffman. And Hernandez doesn't chase. Another slider right there. They're going to check with the first base umpire. He did not go. So deuces in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Will Smith on first. After a leadoff single to the left. Blue Jays up 6-1. 1 out away from Game 6 with the 3-2 lead. Hoffman sets. Delivers. Swung on and missed. And the Blue Jays are going back to Toronto with a 3 games to 2 lead. And they win this one 6-1. A dominating performance from Yi Savage. 12 strikeouts. The Dodgers struck out tonight as a team about 15 times tonight. So 67% of the time, the Game 5 winner of the World Series goes on to win the series. So we're going to see what's going to happen. That stat doesn't take into account Yamamoto and the pitching performance he brings to the table. I like the Dodgers' chances in Game 6, even though they are on the road, and it to come back to LA for Game 7. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.